Fielder to change up low for ball one. St. Louis Billiken, who was the hero in last night's Bourne win over Hyannis, 2-1, the walk-off RBI single to score Brickhouse in the 11th inning. Kettleer infield, that double play depth under the sun as it's come out from the clouds. Fastball, called strike on the outside corner to even up the count on Gorella. One of the new additions to this Bourne lineup. He was officially 2 for 4 yesterday with a double and 2 runs batted in, so he accounted for all of the offense in that low-scoring affair. Schumann from the stretch, standing upright as Brickhouse with a modest lead. First pitch fastball off the plate, snapback throw from Woolforth, and he nearly got Brickhouse, who's lucky to dive in safe. Ball 3 is the count. 1 strike on Gorella as Woolforth, who's got a cannon arm, showing good pop time there.
These Bourne runners have to be careful. Luke Chevalier, Joey Walsh teaming up yesterday for 3 pickoffs at any level. I've never seen that. 3 pickoffs in one game. The Bourne's got to be on their best behavior on the base paths.
Yes, sir. Another the 3-1. Big swing and a miss by Gorella. Check that, a 2-2 count now after the swing and miss, and Schumann will look to fight back here in this at-bat. Brickhouse, the runner at first.
Left field, and that one is out of here.
Watching him closely as the right-hander comes set, holding the glove at chest level. Now to the plate. Just off the plate with a good fastball, and now the count runs full. You mentioned the 3 pickoffs at Brewster yesterday. Coach Mike Roberts crediting pitching coach Jerry Weinstein, one of the best in the business in terms of teaching pitchers on how to keep runners close and how to pick them off. Full count to Gorella, but not before another pick from Schumann, and Brickhouse might have learned his lesson. He's back in safe. Of course, Coach Weinstein working with both pitchers and catchers this summer. The catching guru, California-based, UCLA grad, wrapped up last summer as the manager of the AA Hartford Yard Goats, Colorado affiliate. Swing and a miss on the 3-2 again. Schumann blows by Gorella with a fastball, and there's out number 1 here in the second.
Yeah, good job, Shu. Good battle in that at-bat. And, of course, on the subject of Jerry Weinstein, you can see the little things that have polished up throughout this season. There were points at the beginning and middle parts of the season where you'd see some wild pitches, some pass balls, a lot of balls coming to the backstop, but that's gone away in large part. And a lot of the credit goes to Jerry Weinstein polishing up the games of a lot of the pitchers and catchers.
First pitch to Lyle Lynn, sharp ground ball to short. This will be an easy double play for the Cotuit infield. 6-4-3, Mike Salvatore, Corey Wood, and Michael Tolia as Seth Schumann works another quick frame. The double play to get out of it as Bourne scores no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left as Kettleers will go back to the plate here in the bottom of the second. No score here on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. Bottom of the second inning at a now sunny Lowell Park. 0-0 our score between the Cotuit Kettleers and the Bourne Braves. 5th matchup between these two sides as the Kets look for win number 5 in a row. Right-hander Justin Lasko will be on the mound again for Bourne. In the middle of the order, due up for Cotuit, Duke Ellis, Corey Wood, and Mike Salvatore, 5, 6, and 7. As they try and break through for the first time today, Sam Niederman, Sam Brief. So glad you could join us today on this now sunny Thursday afternoon here in Cotuit. Clouds have broken up. You can see some patches of blue overhead at the pristine, picturesque Lowell Park with the big green tree line in the background here in the Lowell Park woodlands just off Main Street in the charming town of Cotuit. First pitch to Duke Ellis, fastball for ball one, just off the plate. Duke, the left-handed batting center fielder, stepping in today. A .220 batter with 18 walks opposed to 18 strikeouts at the plate. 1-0, sharply hit, down the line and left, but getting out foul. 1 ball and a strike to Ellis, who went 1 for 3 yesterday with 2 walks, an RBI, and 2 stolen bases. He was a busy man on the base paths for sure. Lanky center fielder with the high socks. Out of Texas. Here's the 1-1. Looping breaking ball that just can't kiss the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Bourne slipping at the wrong time. 3 games back of 4th place. They're 3 and 7 in their last 10. There's ball 3 to Ellis as he watches another fastball away. The Kettleers trending in the right direction at the right time. This was a team that was a couple of games below 500 in a week's time ago, and now winners of their last 4. There's a foul ball from Ellis, zip back towards the parking lot. Hopefully everybody's okay in the splash zone. You were in the gravel today, right, my friend?
I'm, of course, in the gravel, as always.
Good. I feel like the gravel, you're still not quite safe here at Lowell Park. It's a tight squeeze for parking, but still a good crowd on hand. 3-2, lifted high in the air to deep left center. Barzell will run over and flag it down in the gap, and the leadoff man retired here in the home half at 2.
That ball sails out of Stony Brook Field yesterday. No doubt about it. The wind blowing out, it was playing so small. Those little flares, that was a hard-hit ball, but not a home run, but yesterday certainly would have been.
1 down and nobody aboard for Corey Wood. Scoreless ball game here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Wood, the second baseman out of Coastal Carolina, making a start today after getting a day off. First pitch, ground ball towards Brickhouse at first. He takes it on a couple of hops and back to the bag himself. 3 unassisted for out number 2. So Woody goes down on 1 pitch, and now Mike Salvatore will come to the plate. His first time today, batting in the 7 hole. Salvi, the spark for that 6-4-3 double play to get the Kettleers out of the last inning. Seth Schumann working 2 scoreless frames to begin, only allowing 1 hit. Kettleers lineup trying to get something going with 2 outs here in the 2nd inning against Bourne. Justin Lasko making his 7th start on the season. The right-hander from UMass with the high socks kicks and deals. First pitch breaking ball in there on the outside corner. Strike 1 on Salvi. Lasko, control is a plus for him. He struck out 19 batters in 30 innings, only walking 6 coming into this one. As there's a hot shot down the left field line, but foul, and Salvatore down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Salvi, the Florida State Seminole, who came up big, one of the 4 home run hitters for Cotuit yesterday at Brewster. 3 for 5 with that dinger and 2 runs scored. 2 outs and an 0-2 count as Lasko deals. Fastball way off the plate, ball 1. Of course, it was Salvatore's alert base running around third base on that voodoo infield hit from Peyton Burdick. He came around and scored all the way from second on that hit to tie the game. Swing and a miss at a curveball in the dirt. Drop third strike and the tag applied by Lynn behind the plate. And a 1-2-3 inning for Justin Lasko on the mound as we got a little bit of a pitcher's duel here at Lowell Park. Heading into the 3rd, the Kettleers nothing, the Braves nothing. You're listening to Cotuit Kettleers baseball here on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. We'll be back after this.
Welcome back, everyone. Kettleers and the Braves. Sam and Sam here in the broadcast booth atop Lowell Park. A beautiful day. Started out as a humid, rainy day. Has since given way to blue skies, white clouds, and a pristine day here at Lowell Park. No score between the Kettleers and the Braves. Seth Schumann will work against the 7-8-9 hitters for Bourne. Ashton Bardzell digs in and takes strike one. Bardzell, the 7-hitter, followed by Tyler Shedler McAvoy, the 8-hitter, and Danny DiGiorgio in the 9-hole. Here's the 0-2, just misses off the plate for ball one. So Ashton Bardzell out of the University of Hartford, a .292 hitter on the season. 2 dingers and 9 batted in. Here comes the 1-1 from Schumann. It tracks inside, ball 2. Ket's looking to bury the Braves in the playoff race. Cotuit 18-16-3 as Schumann kicks and deals. Fastball at the knees, 91 miles per hour. There's strike 2. Bourne 3 games back, or 6 points back, of the Kettleers. 16-20-1. Here's the 2-2 to Bardzell. Tacked off foul. He stays alive. The 2-2 count. So the Kettleers with a win today and a win on Sunday, the game back at Dorn Park in Bourne, could all but bury the Braves in the race for the last playoff spot in the West. Here's the 2-2, swung on and tapped foul. Just got a piece of it and sent it off to the right side. 2-2 still to count. But as Mike Roberts has preached for the last couple weeks, the Kettleers not looking behind them at Bourne, but looking ahead of them at the likes of Falmouth, who the Kettleers are currently tied with for third in the West, and Wareham. 2-2, swung on, smacked up the middle. Base hit for Ashton Bardzell as he zips that one through infield, and the leadoff runner is aboard for Bourne.
What a piece of hitting by Ashton Bardzell there. That was a rocket right up the box. Thankfully, Seth Schumann able to get out of the way because that might have taken off his head if it was about 5 feet lower. The leadoff man aboard for Bourne here, but they're very impressed with what Schu's done in the first couple of frames here. When he gets that fastball past hitters, and it sits in the low 90s, upper 80s at most of the time, that's when he's at his best.
Now Tyler Shedler McAvoy digs in, takes ball one. On deck, Danny DiGiorgio, the Rutgers product. And right now this is Shedler McAvoy out of Seton Hall University. His first game as a Bourne Brave was just yesterday. He's 0 for 1 on the season. Starting in left field today. Schu out of the stretch. Here's his offering. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. 1-1 count to Shedler McAvoy. No score here in the top of the third between the Kettleers and the Bravos as some wind blows in over Lowell Park. It's blowing out. Trees in the outfield dancing with the wind. Same with the American flag off to the left of the Lowell Park scoreboard. 1-1 count. Man on first. No one out. Schumann will check on the runner as Tolia tries to apply the tag, but Bardzell back in time. So this Braves team, if you've missed following the Cape League for the last 2 weeks or so, they've taken a turn for the worst over the last couple weeks. As Schumann sets the 1-1, swung on and tapped into right. It's just down. No, a diving catch from Will Robertson for the third consecutive game. Robertson makes a diving effort in right field. He gets Shedler McAvoy out, and there's one away in the third.
That has been the #1 aspect. Aside from all the improvement that Will has made at the plate this summer, his defense has escalated to a whole new level over the last few weeks. Really fielding his position well and right. I think he's made a home there, playing more consistent as of late. And as you said, Sam, the third consecutive day that he's made a web gem, laying out for one. Great job to get a crucial out #1 here in the third.
One out for Danny DiGiorgio out of Rutgers. He steps in and takes strike one at his knees. Kettleer infield at double play depth. The two middle infielders, Salvatore and Corey Wood, pinched in. First baseman Michael Tolia. I'm confusing my Michaels. He's holding on the runner. 0-1 the count. One out to DiGiorgio out of Rutgers. Here's the pitch from Schumann. Check swing. Doesn't matter. It's in there for strike two. DiGiorgio, a newly minted Bourne Brave, 1 for 7 on the season. He's the DH today. Scarlet Knight out of Staten Island, New York. He's in an 0-2 hole against Schumann, who sets out of the stretch with the high socks and kicks and deals the 0-2 outside. DeGiorgio doesn't bite, and the count now 1-2. DeGiorgio took a year off from baseball his freshman year at Rutgers, electing to focus on academics. He's a civil engineering major at Rutgers. As he steps in for the 1-2, the runner going, it's in the dirt. Here's the throw from Wolforth, tag applied, and it's in time for the out. Great relay from Garrett Wolforth to Corey Wood to get the steal. Ashton Bardzell caught stealing, and now 2 outs for the Braves.
What a cannon, Garrett Wolforth. Did you see that throw? Snapped up with no time to spare whatsoever. And Ashton Bardzell, that's a good runner right there with a lot of speed. What a throw by Garrett Wolforth, a plus defender behind the plate.
Here's the 2-2 with 2 outs. It's low for ball 3. So Garrett Wolforth, he's been fantastic at catcher. Doesn't let anything by him. Cannon of an arm. And now a full count with 2 outs to DeGiorgio. Here's the pitch, just misses off the plate and low. Ball 4, and Danny DeGiorgio draws a walk. So Garrett Wolforth gets the caught stealing. And this Kettler defense has been up to the task. 4-game winning streak. And over the course of this streak, 0 errors for the Kettleers. Kind of had to look themselves in the mirror after getting 4 errors in 1 game last Friday against Chatham. They've been perfect since. Yesterday, 3 pickoffs of Brewster base runners. And today, already a caught stealing for Bourne. Here's Tyler Fitzgerald, the leadoff man. Swings and misses at the first offering. 0-1 the count to Fitz. Leadoff man, shortstop out of Louisville. Or Louisville.
Louisville. That's a southern way to say it, my friend.
You're from Indiana.
I've always said Louisville.
Here's the 0-1 to Fitzgerald. Swing and a miss. A big one for strike 2.
I shouldn't say I've always said Louisville. I said Louisville. Well, no, that's the wrong way to say it, in my opinion. I said Louisville for a while. And then probably around entering high school, I transitioned to Louisville. And that's the southern way to say things. Starkville, Knoxville. Ville is Vol.
Louisville. 0-2 the count on the Louisville product. It's outside. Snapback throw to first. Not in time. How was that?
Good. Very good.
Right.
High marks. 5 out of 5. Louisville.
So
it's the correct way to say it. Yeah,
it is?
Louisville. It's the correct way to say it according to a Louisvillian, I think.
Louisvillian.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2 with 2 outs. Fitzgerald awaiting the pitch from Schumann. Here it comes. Off the plate, ball 2.
I think Louisville or Louisville is correct in their mind.
Okay.
Either works.
We'll have some more fun with it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Down in the jungle at Eldridge Park, the Orleans Firebirds have a few Louisville players.
There you
including
go.
Logan Wyatt. So 2-2 the count. 2 outs to the Louisville Cardinal and Tyler Fitzgerald. Here's the pitch from Schumann, and ring him up for strike 3. Seth Schumann, a good fastball on the outside corner to end the inning with a backwards K, and he keeps the Bravos scoreless through 3. We have no score entering the bottom of the 3rd here on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. 1-0 to Robertson. Backs him up inside. Ball 2. Robertson 0 for 1 today. A strikeout swinging in the first. He's got 20 runs batted in on the season. That's 6th on the Cape. Tied for the team lead with Michael Tolia, as he fans at one there for a 2-1 count. Also 23 runs scored on the season for Robertson, who's been a run-producing machine. That's tied for 2nd on the Cape. 2-1 the count, 2 outs. Righty-lefty matchup as the righty sends the pitch and the lefty sends a ground ball. That's through on the right side as it goes through the 5-hole of the second baseman, Anthony Prado. Mark that one down as an E4, an error on Prado, as Robertson is on base with the Kets' second base runner of the day.
Hey, we talk about it so many times. Put the ball in play and see what happens. Just a routine grounder to short to second that Anthony Prado couldn't field cleanly, and now the Kettleers with a base runner here. Of course, Zach Bierman is one to produce big time when he's got runners on. Let's see if he can do it and break through here on the scoreboard.
Here's the first pitch. Zach Bierman. Ground ball to
box being this nice and this big. I remember just pulling cars up right to the fence here and getting dropped off for the games. The bleachers are so much different. The bathrooms are a lot better. You don't have to go behind the trees over here.
Is that what you had to do as a player?
I'm not sure if we were supposed to, but I'm pretty sure a lot of us did.
We won't get you in trouble.
Thank you.
0-2 to Triolo, blasted deep left field, but hooking foul, and indeed foul. So the count stays 0-2 on a scary hit there from Triolo. So Brian, you were the top prospect in the Cape League, top pro prospect in '77. Tell us a bit about how the process went from you starting in Cotuit, ending up in Boston.
Well, I was co-MVP actually with Steve Balboni. He played with one of the teams, and I came out here just to pitch. I had played first base and pitched for the University of Minnesota my junior year, and I had a chance to come out here just to pitch, and I wanted to. I figured if I was going to extend my career, it was as a pitcher. And I was drafted in the June draft by the Angels in the 14th round as a first baseman, but it just didn't work out to sign with them. So I just figured that my best bet is, to go as a pitcher, and this great opportunity arose for me to come out here and just get in a routine. And it was probably a great stepping stone for my chance to move on with my baseball career.
So you started 9 games for the Red Sox in the '82 season, including 2 complete games, one of which was at Yankee Stadium.
Correct. My last game in the big leagues I ever pitched was in August, and I never saw the big league regular season game again, and I guess it was kind of a nice one to end up with. I was my whole life, I just wanted to see the big leagues, and the good Lord gave me a chance to see the big leagues, and it worked out the way it was supposed to. I mean, I've come to grips with it, and it was a time of life, a chance to chase a dream for me. I played 9 years, and I enjoyed it so much.
It's a 2-2 count with 2 outs to Spencer Brickhouse right now as Schumann sends the pitch. It's a ground ball to Michael Tolia on the right side. He'll take it and throw it to Schumann for the 3-1 putout. Now, before we head to break, I want to know real quickly, at all levels, whether it's Cape League, minors, or majors, who is the toughest hitter you had to face?
I think the toughest hitter for me was Rod Carew. I had a chance to face Rod Carew when he was with the Angels. And I grew up from Minnesota, probably about 15 minutes from old Metropolitan Stadium, and we used to ride our bikes to the stadium all the time and sneak in. We'd go to the left field stands, climb it up, and you had to get over the fence before the security got to you. And
hey,
for a second thought that one could be it. You okay? Sam choking a little bit. Hope he's all right. Here's Duke Ellis, takes ball 1. You good?
I'm good. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, so
you
talk
down the
about
wrong pipe there.
That's all good. It's all good. You talk about Michael Tolia, that stretch last year. That was from July 30th to August 6th, including the playoffs. He had that 1 week with 5 homers and 12 RBIs. Trying to put together a similar week here. All shopped. Ellis
Stretch as the Kettleers have Prado, who turned Tolia the least too fast, is the best attribute.
Now he pulls